Generic greetings and welcome to Skid Cities. Today's beverage is a very nice glass of coconut water, which in this particular setting would either be extremely expensive, highly illegal, or quite frankly just not available, because this is a city builder with a cyberpunk setting. So you've got a lot of your tropes in there, so flying cars, tall buildings, and androids, and body modification, things like that. It's a game I've played for about an hour and 20 minutes, so certainly a first impressions only. This is the early access build 0.74C, as shown on the top right, and it seems to be updated quite frequently, which is generally a good thing. Either way, the typical disclaimers apply. It's not finished, there's going to be bugs, more things to add, performance issues, etc. Either way, I wanted to show you a little bit of the game so you can decide whether it's something for yourself or not. As always, links will be in the description. Okay, let's go to New City, and I've done the tutorial and a tiny bit of career here, but let's go to career, and you can select where you want to start. So you've got things like the Greenland Autonomous Zone. It shows you the difficulty and a little bit of a blurb. It shows you the influence as well and the organizations. The organization side is actually one of the most interesting. I think I'm going to stick with what is easy, so the Federal Trade Authority, so America by the look of it. So we've got the Uzaka Bonfire and Theta Corp in there, and we have some influence for factories and poor residential. Okay, next, and then we'll name our city as that one, New Brunswick, maybe not. Upper Bellingham, New Savannah, yeah, New Portsmouth. Let's go with that one, and we'll start it up. As I said, the game is, like I say, a cyberpunk setting, so you've got lots of neon, tall buildings, and what I do like is that you do have this like strata of society where it sort of levels up, but that's sort of hidden in a lot of the different tabs that we'll see in a lot of the readouts. But it takes a little while to load in. We will be basically going for a little bit of residential, a little bit of factory, and then we'll sort of go from there. And you also, what distinguishes this game apart from other ones is that you have multiple heights of buildings. So you can build underground, or you can build on the, what would you say, the normal flat level, and then you can also go up into multiple layers in the sky as well. But that is something that I think requires more time on the game for things to level up, or you have to specifically build like tower bases. So I'll probably show you that, but it won't be like here's a city like 10 hours into building. You see, it has taken quite a while to load, and it's still taking quite a while. I think performance on this one, I have personally had some problems with it, so that is a bit of a negative there. It takes a while to load, there's some stuttering, and yeah, there has been some performance issues. Hopefully, that's something that will be worked on in the future. But once we're in, we will crack on with some building. You have your typical utilities, or well, utilities, I guess you say, road networks, as well as the water. So anyway, we have, I'm not going to run down everything on the UI, but basically we have coins, population, jobs that can work, a little sort of event thing on the bottom right there, and then things like time controls on the left. We can rotate the cameras around and zoom in and out, and we've also got things like, there's the nighttime, which it's always raining at nighttime, which is quite interesting. But we're going to go with, I think it was this, was it the sunset view? Yes, sunset view. And then building on the left. We can also set up our missions here. So you've got things like first tutorial, advanced tutorial, done all of those, and then different missions. So these allow you to say, right, utopian, dystopian, and you can go one way or the other with that. So you can go utopian or dystopian and have an organized crime paradise, which is interesting. Ready? New Portsmouth can become an organized crime paradise. So you can focus it on like certain themes, which I think is quite cool. Let's just go, anyway, we'll go to continue and we'll crack on with some buildings. So first thing I'm going to do is just go for infrastructure, roads, and then a standard road, and you can see the road comes in from the left there. And I'm just going to build up like that, because what I'm focusing on here is mainly going for, actually, you know what, I've already messed that up. I want to delete that a little bit and probably build out a little bit there and then go up, because, well, I can zoom out, and for some reason it takes an absolute age to scroll out. I'm currently getting repetitive strain injury to try to scroll out here, and you can see, yeah, the map is very, very, very big. It also appears that a nuclear blast has gone off down here, or is currently going off. Let's just zoom back in. Hang on. Come on, scroll. You can use these buttons, which I find actually to be a bit better. Anyway, there's a road put in. It's a very basic road, but we're going to go over to zoning and residential and poor residential zoning. You see it has a cost, and it says poor people live here. Excellent. So we're just going to build along here, and what I do like is that you can see we've got these little sections where every 4 tiles it has like a little line that denotes where a road will automatically be placed, so that's a lot easier. I've got it on pause because I want to just go to roads, and I'm going to run the road around like so, and that'll be our residential zoning, so that's pretty good. Okay, do I want to build a road across? I think not. Okay, fine. So what do these things need? Well, I'll unpause it, and what'll happen is it'll be divided into certain plots, and then people will start to move in, but we also need jobs as well, so we're going to do something similar and go over to roads and then build this down like so, and I think we're going to go with probably, oh hang on, we do have some slums by the look of it. Now let me just drop that tool and then zoom in, and we can see we've got like these sort of cargo containers in like ramshackled houses with electrical cables and other things just sort of going all over the place, so it's like, yeah, tin huts basically. So there you are, and that's the very basic housing. You can right click on these and it tells you what it is. So this is deep slums, and it says it's out of water, and it shows what it's producing. So it's producing taxes, unemployment, unrest, and some homelessness. Obviously that's what it's providing, and it's what it's consuming. In terms of things like unemployment and unrest, these can all be checked out from, say, city graphs. So I can also say, like, there's population that's increased, water consumption has gone up but not supply. I'll pause it and check on that in a moment. And also things like unrest, that's gone right up as well, because obviously people are moving in and there's no water. So what I'm going to do is go over to, well, we could go to services in the commodities here and have sewers and a water recycler. That's what you could do, but that means that when you build your sewers, you can see we've got this box around there to indicate where they're going to supply water. These are sewers that are literally on this level, which I don't think is a great idea. So instead I'm going to delete that, and I can move a level down. Oh, sorry, I can't move a level down. I need to first build a vertical downward road, which I'm going to place in that bit there, which then gives us access, if we then go down, to underground. And you see it's a very tall level there, and as I said, you can, if you want, start to build here. If you want to start placing housing here and go for like an underground society, which obviously will affect several things as well, you know. People may not be too happy that they're down here, but my main reason for going down here is so I can build some roads, specifically just a road there really, and I want to eventually connect this up to somewhere else so they can basically use the roads to go up and down. In fact, you know what I might do? I might go up here, and I'm going to place a road probably there, up, downward road there, go down. It's sometimes quite difficult to see where things are connected, but it's not too much of a big drama. And have those roads been connected? I think those roads have been connected, yeah. So that's good. But, as I said, the main thing is water, because we have currently a lack of water. So I'm going to place in, where is it? It'll be in services, commodities, water recycler, turns dark water into drinkable water, requires road access and needs to be connected to a sewer. So I'll place that there, and then go to sewers, and then when you're in that view, luckily it highlights where the water is required. So I'm going to run this water along, and then basically just run these pipes up like so, and I do find that's pretty much how I'll get away with things like this. And I also need to run the sewers probably up and across there, and that should be hopefully things connected, but we shall see. It might take quite a bit to, oh, there we go, quite a bit to supply the water, but that now has water. So if we go up, we should be able to see, yep, all that is now being supplied with water. Good. I can drop the tool to remove the overlay. Alternatively, you can go to data layers and turn on things like unrest, street crime. Yeah, unrest is really high there, so we're gonna have to focus on that. These can't advance. They're currently level 1. What I'm gonna do first is I'm not gonna, I don't know why there's flickering there. Look at that. It's got a charm to it, that. It's all slums and such, but I do like it's just sprawling slums. I say like, I appreciate the look of it. Oh, what's happening with that one? That is a squatted building. Ah, right. So because of the unrest and because of the crime, we're going to have some squatted buildings. How can I improve this then? Well, obviously they've got water, but also it says can't advance. And it says requires to get level 2. Road access, yes. Water, yes, and in range of a public arm augmentation. So we now have augmentations here, which we can place, and that will basically give these guys, well, access to certain augmentations. So what I'm going to do is delete... This is where I would much prefer to be able to just stamp down and destroy these buildings, because what I'm going to have to do now is destroy sections like that, and then go ahead and then place these. So one there, and one... I could technically get away with it, I think there, couldn't I? But I'm just going to place it probably... there for now, and you can see the shadows being cast are huge. So where are we at? We need another one probably around this area. So I'm going to once again delete that one and that one, and then we'll put these public arm areas in, and we can zoom in and have a quick look at what they look like. So hang on, zoom in, and there you go. Powered by Theta Corp, because Theta Corp is here. I think we can see. Where can we see what people we have here? If I unpause it though, this will start to change things. There we go. All of these are, yeah, get an arm aug for free today. So these are free arm augmentations, but because we put these around, that then levels up all of the districts around this area. Okay, well, they have an area... Oh, there we go. We've now got a big block of flats. So this is H3 Hive. They all have the different names, like I7 Hive. Yeah, very... Basically, it's like the Borg, isn't it? But they're in now, which is pretty good. Okay, job done. And we're getting more people, more cash. It's all positive. Right, let's go over to our... I think probably factories and offices and factory zoning, and it's going to be a similar thing, and I'm going to place in factory zoning about there, I would guesstimate. I don't know if that's the amount we need, but it's not a huge problem. Let's just, again, go to roads, bring that across, and we're going to have a similar thing when it comes to water. So we'll go underground, and then because of where I've placed these, I can pretty much just do that, and there doesn't seem to be any great disadvantage of just running the water along like so. I don't know whether in more structured builds it's going to be more desirable to change things up, but either way, that is now in. Good. I'm just going to pause it once again because these buildings, or this district, like these, also require certain ways to level up. So at the moment we've got construction site. It's currently level 0. It can advance, but I know that it will eventually require some androids. However, we need 70 factories. A lot of these are unlocked until you build certain things. Speaking of unlocks, we have things like robo vans, robo tanks, giant screens of truth. Yeah, you can go down certain ways. And ways to run your city, but I think we're going to probably just, basically for the sake of tutorializing things, stay quite neutral there. But we probably will have some crime. I'm just going to double check. Unrest is currently increasing. We have factory jobs going up, which is good. Street crime has gone right up, so we do need to sort that out. And in terms of crime, we've got a surveillance drone station, which you can see is a fairly big building, but I don't think it's really big enough. Sorry, it's not big enough for this entire area. The problem being that I can't... Oh, I could place some on these corners, couldn't I? So I can place maybe one on this corner and one on this corner. I may do that. Let me just rotate around to apparently the dark side of this thing, and then we're going to place those two there, and then place these ones there and there. Alright, so we've placed those down. Obviously, these cost money, but decreases street crime. Hopefully, that'll sort that out. We also have unrest as well. Some citizens will complain if you don't show them the truth. Wow, okay. So we can go with a truth centre. What I might do is delete, bulldoze that, and bulldoze that. And then, sadly, I'm going to have to bulldoze similar in here. I'm just placing them right next to the augmentation area. But this will hopefully give us some... Oh, look at that. We've got these huge, billboard type things, basically. I mean, they're a big building with a dish on the top, and, yeah, loads of breaking news. What's the breaking news going to be? APSA brought to you by, it says Turing, I think. And then Value Tech or something. Anyway, we can see that now that we've got this, if we check out our unrest... we can see this is the overlay. We can see there is still some unrest around the place, but if I check the graphs, street crime has gone right down. Okay, this is good. I may not want to do that. I may want to go with a high crime society. Probably not. We're currently a dystopia, actually. Utopia and dystopia are not generated by one building itself, but by placing certain buildings next to others. Yeah, fair enough. And that is the advisors there. And you've got things like a residential poor advisor, rich advisor, factory advisor, etc. So these are all in now, and sadly, why is that unrest? Our unrest is quite high around here, so we may have to do something about that. We may have to place, again, some more buildings to do with unrest, but I do want to place some androids. Distribute Android on the road network, and we can place them around here, and the reason we want to do that is, once again, you can see a factory zoning can't advance Y in range of small Android distribution center. So these want to have androids, so let's just once again check, and androids will place in, I think what we'll do is place one there and place one probably there and there would suffice. So I'm going to demolish that, I'm going to demolish that, and then I'm actually going to demolish the ones either side, because once again we have some unrest. That's not covering everything, by the way, these Android things, but hopefully if we go for unrest and the Truth Media Center, that will again help us out there. And then unpause it, and now that we've got these Android centers, they'll automatically level up. You can see we've got these scaffolds around and loads of robotic arms, and eventually they will level up. As you progress on, you'll unlock more stuff, so we have things like the corporate zoning. Rich people work here. Well, we do have rich person zoning, so do we want some rich person zoning? I think we probably do. Oh, you can also see there's these lines here, and these are showing like traffic and such. And also, we've got bounty hunter payment. Look, we've got unlocked more stuff here. So we've got things like listening post unlocked, crime on the rise, apparently. Oh dear. So, New Portsmouth Chronicle, world politics, business, opinion, tech, science, etc. New Portsmouth was never innocent or peaceful, and the New Portsmouth Chronicle reporters are the first to acknowledge it. But recently, our citizens have been experiencing something new, something that we can only describe as increased criminal activity. Fair enough. Let's see about that. So, crime. What's that there? That's, ooh, toxic waste's on the increase. That's something I really don't know how to deal with. Dump capacity. Well, I know we have something called a wasteland here. I mean, could we just dump it here? Oh, dearie me, yeah, we literally can place some toxic dumping ground on this side. That's something I really don't want, but something I guess I have to have. Anyway, we're going to connect up with roads, but I messed up the road connections. It's not a problem to build it. It is free to destroy it, but then you can see we've got these like weird sections of road there. I just want to change that up so it's a bit better. And there we go. That should now hopefully be, yes, it's connected. Building destroyed by androids. Where? Let's see. Building has been destroyed by androids over here. So I'm guessing we'll have rogue androids on the rise. No organised crime. No dissidents in re-education. And we have got criminals jailed. And unrest has gone down. Rogue androids is going up. So what we're going to deal with, how we're going to deal with rogue androids, I think it's going to have to be rogue androids, a bounty hunter office. Right, okay, we're going to get the Blade Runners out. Let me go ahead and delete, say, oh, that building. Oh, bunch of rubbles. Is that the one that, ironically, I'm trying to destroy the building that they destroyed themselves. I'm going to put the rogue android office in there. And android escapes as well. So everything you place has an effect on your city. Let's go ahead and we'll try out a different type of place. We're going to go with rich residential this time. And you can see we have a bit of a glitch there where, well, I don't know if it's a glitch or just intended, but you can see where we've got the road that will be automatically built, it's scooted that along near the top edge because this building's already in place. So I think I'll just build down to there, knowing that I'm going to put a road in, and then we can extend to, say, there. And this is our rich people housing. So along, and then oh, hang on. Have I messed that up a little bit? Yeah, I just need a couple more things in there. So place that to there. Once again, we're going to go to rich people housing, and see, it's messed it up a little bit. Demolish that. Once again, back. I think you can turn off auto road if you need be. But yeah, we'll just place that there. And it's obviously requiring water. So, as we've done before, over to sewers, get down to the bottom here, and I'm just going to run the sewer pipe along and then up. The problem with doing this is that we have a problem when it comes to the connection of the road network. I guess I could, if I wanted to, run... Do I really want to build more of these underground things? I mean, I could. We'll say going down. Can you go down another level? Oh, good grief, you can go down another level. So we can go to sub 2. Okay, right. That's where things start getting really complex, and that's one of the things I'll freely admit that I've really not messed around with as much as I would like. Now I'm placing a couple of these bits of road in here, and that will allow me to then connect them up down the bottom, and hopefully obviously give more access to things. And roads will go along to there, and then that's all connected up. Alright, cool. We are slowly getting funds, but not many. We do need more places for people to work, so I think just more industry is probably the way forward. And we've only got 316 currencies. Let's go ahead and factories here, and oh, it's actually placing the roads different directions. So I think, no, okay, that's that. We got auto road. No, turn auto road off. Auto road. Job done. But because I've already got auto road, I guess I have to just do it that way. And I can only just afford this bit, but it's going to go in. There we go. And then the road network. And the problem at the moment is that... Oh, lagged a bit there. The problem was, you see these here? If I right click, there's low desirability. We need a reason for the rich to come here. I was just placing stuff because I could, but it does take some time to alter that for these to sort of trickle down. Buildings drawn by androids again. Was it the same one? It was the same one. That's actually not happened. The new Portsmouth budget is low, but you can see it is levelling up there. I think we will go with, once again, some androids and a small android centre, which I'll get away with probably deleting just that section. Placing that in. No, because I've not got the amount of cash required. Okay, well, I'll unpause it. We'll get enough eventually. You can see all these buildings going up, and obviously that's going to get more people because of the jobs. They're going to turn up, and more cash. That's requiring water as well. I'll probably wait for a little bit so I can place this. There we go. So that's the Android Centre. And let's give them water. Why not? We are generous gods after all. And it doesn't cost much. But it's now in. We'll go up to sub-level 1. And we may also... Let's just pause it a second and check our graphs. So, water, you see recycled and consumed. Hopefully that what I've done there is fix the problem. Toxic waste. Dump capacity. Oh, dump capacity is high but produced is none, so that's actually okay. Population, 2,280. Factories and offices. Don't know why that closed, but let me turn that water over there off. We've got factory jobs is good. And corporate jobs, there isn't any. Androids, you can see we had a really big demand spike there, but we've placed things in to hopefully sort that out. Augmentation is alright. Street crime's gone right down. Unrest has gone right down. Rogue androids is middling. And dissidents, unidentified it says. And criminals jailed. I think you can build, if I go underground, let me have a quick look. I think it's part of security here. It is in... Yeah, underground jail. You can build an underground jail. So if I want to just place one there, yeah, we have an underground jail because why not? I don't know what it does. It just says underground jail, maintenance, criminals jailed -10. Nothing connected. Okay, fair enough. Fine. So now that we've got all this in, hopefully we'll have more people moving in. We still haven't got anyone working here because I think of the jobs. If I get a different type of job, what else in transportation do we have? Or airport, heliport, and rocket port. But this for a rich population only for that one. You just have to use roads. You've also got no cars street, which is interesting. I don't know why we'd want to use that, but I guess we do. You can see there's a lot of subtle things going on in the background, like the lights, the searchlights shining along there, little connections for like the cars and stuff. There's a fair bit of detail there when you take a look at it. Oh, and pyramids. Nice little nod there to Blade Runner. Anyway, we're going to get some, I think more everything. Probably, as I said, more jobs for corporate zoning. If I want a corporate zone, shall I corporate zone around here? I would very much like the corporate zone, but the budget is not low, it's pathetic. I guess all of this, building all of this before the jobs, is not the way forward. I could potentially get, let's have a quick look here, some missions where we get certain rewards. This is the Theatre Corp Revolution. Theatre Corp? Muscle augmentation technology is considered one of the most revolutionary of the century. Gain strong presence of Theatre Corp in your city to complete the mission. You got dissident cities and stuff. I think organized crime paradise. I'm going to go with Theatre Corp Revolution, so we'll continue that. And basically, we need to see if we can get them to join. I like the way there's desirability you can see for residential poor, residential rich. Yeah, so it's not shown. It's shown in certain layers there. Currently ain't got a loan, which is good. I'm sure there's a way we can see. I'm sure there's ways we can see who's going to join. There we go, yeah. So, organisations in the city. None of them are here. You can see if we have these guys, they'll bring more taxes, residential taxes, but also organised crime. So I like the different flavour there. Looks for rich residential 1, officers level 1. Ah, so this is bonfire. So if I have officers level 1, we should get that corp. Let's try that then. Let's see if we can focus on that and get that corp in here. So we're going to build this along. This is going to be a quite small rich residential. Sorry, rich corporate zoning. Yeah, corporate zoning. It's literally that. That's all I'm going to be able to build because of the cash. And rather lack of it. And there we are. Still don't have water as well, so I will go and plumb that in. Let me just go down and... What on earth? Why are we... I'm on sub level 2 for some reason. Oh, okay, there we go. And we want... water. Once again, we're going to run it across and then run it... I won't run it down yet because I don't know exactly where. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, down is probably the way we need to go. Right, that's all we can afford. And let's see, if I unpause it, if any of that actually happens. No water. Why? They're complaining there's no water. Well, we're building it. Zone can advance. The problem is that we've got, I don't think just enough general population to increase. Oh, hang on, there we go. You can see the games. I think it was auto-saving there or something. Close that down for now. So like, look, what's it look like at night? Oh, as we may imagine, very pretty. Look at all these cars and vehicles. We've even got flying ones coming along. There's our sunset one. Our sunset level. And there's our daytime, which looks... It looks very flat, doesn't it? But I do like the sunset one. night one. You've also got a drone mode where you can fly around the city as well, which is quite good. Anyway, I think the best thing to do... Luckily, demolishing things... No water, no way. It's running low on water, apparently. Where's it running low on water? No, everything's got water as far as I can tell. All buildings have water. So I'm not too sure why they're complaining about that. Obviously, they're saying about the budget being low. It is low. It's very low indeed. I'll tell you what then. I'm going to delete this. Luckily, deletion costs nothing. And I will go for some poor residential again. Just to there. We'll build like that. And the building blocks around there, are there? Are these within range of an augmentation centre? Yeah, there's one there, there's one there. So these can level up. There's no problems there. I'm just maxing out while they crack on and do something. You can see we've got these little tower blocks now. And then the ones in the middle are going to upgrade as well. And money's gone up, yeah, because of taxes. There we are. That's a bit better now. Okay, that's much better. And I'm guessing because of this, we're now going to get more people over here. Because there'll be more work. Still saying no water, no way. I don't know why. Which is quite curious. Let me delete. Oh. And where's it gone to now? I think I was moving the camera at the time when it was doing its autosave or whatever. Yeah, we'll delete that. Once again, poor. But I think once I've placed that down, I will get... more augmentations. So one there, I think placing them there and... See the one about there? Yeah. Will do. But I also haven't placed anything for crime, for unrest. You've got things like a propaganda screen, which for some reason isn't showing the overlay here. Why is it not showing the overlay? Normally it would show the overlay for that. Crime. Yeah. Don't have to turn it on, do I? No, it was automatic before. Well, you've got these little cameras, which are like really small. I'll place a camera in so you can see. Actually, I can't because of all the buildings that have been made. Okay. We'll not do that then. But those are still leveling up. In order to get the next level, it's going to require public eye augmentation. Which for a public eye augmentation requires 4,000 population. Oh, we're actually very close to that if you look. No, we've just hit it. There we go. We now have public eye augmentation. I'm going to delete... I don't really like deleting these buildings here. Guess we'll delete... We'll bulldoze one of these in the middle. Like that one. That's gone. And then we can now go for public eye augmentation. Can I place it in there? I think it was a smaller building, a really small building I've just deleted. Delete that. Are we not able to delete it? There we go. Deleted one. Don't know why I wasn't deleting the other one. Curious. $2,000. Okay! That's expensive. Yeah. Let's just see then. That's very expensive in order to build that. But once we build that, that will obviously level up the other stuff. What's concerning is about the draw of people. So let's have a quick look. Rich. There's no demand. Unemployment 100%. But I've built the corporate one here. So I don't know if there's something I need to draw the people in. Oh, there's the game stuttering again. What can I do to draw the people in? I know there's nature parks, which cost money to build, but it also levels up the zoning around it, the rich residential buildings. Don't have transportation. We do have road network connections. And they're still saying no water, no way. I'm going to check that because there's something... Let's see. It is in services, water. Go down. It says they're supplied with water. Is it because... I think it was like over here. There was like some parts that weren't. That didn't have water. Oh. Delete that. Yeah, all of this here. It's probably that. No, that should have water. Maybe I just need more water recyclers. Would that solve the problem? Oh, interrogation posts unlocked apparently. I don't know if that's a good thing. but we have them now. Let's go back up to this sub-level. Standard level. Consumes water, yeah. So overlays, water. We've got a little bit there and a little bit there that doesn't have water. But I don't think it needs water, does it? Those ones? Or is that the bits I demolished? Yeah, it's when I was trying to place things. I demolished that. I'll put that one back in. That's back in. Maybe over this left-hand side then. Go back underground. So I do find it much easier to build the water stuff underground. And a building destroyed by androids. Let's see where that one is. Oh, look at all this. This has been massively increased in size. Right, so that's probably... Yeah, we've got androids. And those are all leveled up. But we don't have an android security force. Oh, you can build level 3. Okay, I'm guessing that's really, really big. I'm gonna probably just... I know we've got a Blade Runner bit over there. Let's call it a Blade Runner bit. It's called a Bounty Payment Office. Yeah. A clerk will... What's it say? A clerk will swiftly check the recalled androids and pay bounty hunters immediately. Reduces rogue androids. Delete that. Place a bounty hunter office in there. That should hopefully sort that. To be fair, if we check the overlays, which is what you tend to do, you know, you spend a lot of the time in these overlays here. Oh, hang on. Look at that. That's some corporate zoning. That's corporate offices. So we're now getting more work there. Good. We'll check the overlays here. We want rogue androids. Well, we don't want rogue androids. Oh, rogue androids right in the middle there. Apparently that's where you really don't want to be for rogue androids. Brilliant. What do they need to advance? A medium android distribution center. Fair enough. So it's about controlling a lot of these elements here, which I haven't done a great job at, I must confess. But let's see. I want a augmentation center, augmentation center, and boom, there we go. I like the building. The building's very pretty. Let me just turn off that overlay there, and you can see it's got like this. It's this big hoop. Don't know if you can see it from a different side. No, it's everything sort of blends in, which is pretty much what it would be like. Oh, here we go. Here's all the buildings that are now leveling up because of that, because they're in range. And I think because we're getting good cash, we could probably start to build some more zones. Oh, hang on. Those just leveled up. Yeah, look how tall those things are now. So those are level... It's an E1 complex, poor residential zoning. It's peach trees, mega blocks, and you need to be in range of a brain augmentation centre. Brilliant. Just down the road. Imagine someone asking where you live. Oh, it's just to the left of the brain augmentation centre. Although I guess in this setting you wouldn't really bat an eye. Organic or not. There we go. There's some more zoning for corporate offices. Again, we'll connect that up. And a building has been squatted in. And we're going to have to deal with that as well now, are we? Let's have a quick look. Building squatted. View. Can't really see. It's in there somewhere. Vagrants. How do we deal with those? It would be in policing. That's a... What's that? A robo-van. Self-driving vans that can capture fugitives and criminals if they don't show up in jail on their own. Okay. Dissidents. Right there. Wow. That's apparently where all the dissidents are. Toxic waste. Over on the left. That's where we're putting that. Bounty hunters. There's our bounty hunter over there. Lots of bounty hunters there. And rogue androids. Surprisingly. Around there as well. Okay, we're going to go over to our water here and just plumb in the bit on the right. And wait for that to load up. There we are. And then we'll run these down. I don't think I needed the extra pumps. It just, for some reason, was a bit dodgy there. Android escape. Where we've had an Android escape. Doesn't say. Just telling us that. I don't know why we're not getting anyone in here, in this construction, these places. New residential zoning. Low desirability. I wonder why. I wonder why there's low desirability. Rich residential. We've reached the right about population. There's probably just one thing I'm missing out on. Got the factories, yeah. Got the roads. Oh, right. You need to build it away from the away from these slums. Right. That's probably what I've done. Because it's right next to it, it's not going to work. So I'll tell you what. Let's have a bit of an experiment here. Let's go ahead and run across. Yes, I am just doing a grid, by the way. I don't think it's too much of a problem for the setting. And I'm pretty confident now we should be able to zone that. I think it's because it was just right next to it. So residential, rich, and there you go. We'll also place another one next to it as well. And then that goes up to there. And let's see if that is going to work. We'll also go with some green spaces. Place like one in there, one in there, one in there. Why not? Oh, place that one right in the middle where it's cancelled too, but it doesn't really matter. Is it going to build again? No. They've got... Oh, they don't have water, to be fair. Should probably put water in. Oh, there we go. They're building now. I thought we'd get them eventually. Yeah, so having them right next to that is the problem that we had. So it's good to know that we've figured it out eventually. Took a while, but we got there in the end. So it does mean that basically if we wanted to, or I guess we will have to, we'll have to delete all of this stuff here. And we'll have that as like just a gap. So now that we've got in all these coming in, let me just go ahead and place in some rich residential there, so we'll have some slightly smaller ones. And you see they are definitely different in terms of their design. They've got their own private pools and things like that. You've got these big sort of towers as well, which are nowhere near like that. And oh yeah, okay, right. You can see the money's massively gone up now that we've just got all of this. And a rebel group has emerged. It's because I'm not really keeping too much of an eye on all of these overlays. One last thing I want to show you, really, because at the moment this is, I think, a fair representation of what this sort of very beginning looks like. We will get, you know, these different buildings, more people. The more people you get, the more buildings unlock and the higher you research them. We've got the different levels, and that's one of the things that really sets this apart, because we can go for different levels and to have like tower bases. So I'm going to place, for example, a upwards road on that corner there, which will then allow us to go up to into the cloud layer, like so, where if we really wanted to, we can start to build these bases here. Now, I don't think you need to build these later on, because the buildings themselves, I think, eventually support that sort of thing, although I could be wrong about that. But this is where we have our basic levels, and this is where we've got like the basic level 1, Sky 1, and it goes to Sky, you know, just it keeps going. And up here, for example, we could put, I would say, some residential, some nice posh residential up here. And you might be wondering, how do you get water up there? Well, the way you get water up there is by basically placing the water recycler down and then connecting up sewers to those tower bases. So, for example, like that, and that should provide water for all of that. And let's have a quick look. Will this now do what I've just said? These roads themselves are not physical roads, I don't think. They're basically just markers for, like, skimmers and other cars like that. Oh, bonfires entered New Portsmouth. Okay, let's have a look at that. And is that them there? Bonfire New Portsmouth. Yeah, so we now have the bonfire. So presence level 2, satisfaction 3, and you can see the influence in the city is corporate taxes increased, wealthy taxes increased, and dissidents. So if you want to focus on one particular organisation, then you can do that, and obviously it'll provide you with certain bonuses. Okay, well, I think we've got... Oh yeah, have we got some housing starting to be built here? Not really too sure if the housing is getting built there. Yes, we're now getting blocks on this one. So we now have a sort of high-rise thing there. Alright, well obviously there's a lot of things we need to keep an eye on and stuff I obviously haven't, because this is still very much a picking up experience for myself as well. There's obviously things like wonders, like we've got, what's this, global institutions, and you know, you need, not available in early access yet, fair enough. We got wonders that eventually will be available. You have more buildings to place based on your population and other things like, what, interrogation posts for dissidents? I mean, we could place an interrogation post there. Why not? A wiretap front. These all have like different areas of effect as well. It generally just gets bigger as you build down. But yeah, I think that's a little bit of the game and pretty much all I want to really show you for now. Overall, I'm very much intrigued. I was originally intrigued by the premise and the setting, and I thought, oh, okay, Cyberpunk City Builder, I'll give that one a go. And I like the way things level up. I like the way you can focus on that, and I very much like the corporation stuff and the way you can focus yourself. We're currently on dystopia, by the way. We're really leaning down that route. I like the way you can go one way or the other with sort of dystopia or utopia, and you can sort of theme your city. In terms of how it looks, don't really have any complaints for it. It's very pretty at night, but obviously quite stylized, and that I'd like all these as well. You see that? You can zoom in further, and oh, that's a lot of industrial traffic going through there. In terms of potential negatives and problems, performance is my main gripe with it. It seems to stutter quite a lot, takes a while to load. I don't know whether that's an isolated incident or not. I couldn't comment, but yeah, that's something that I think is my main cause of concern, but hopefully that will be improved as the game goes on. In terms of sound, very much leans into that Blade Runner soundtrack. that's not a complaint. If anything, it's the opposite. I have no issues with that at all. I'd like to see better ways to build things. Like, for example, if we try to place stuff down, we've had to delete the things first and then try to slam down like the different buildings, which you have to having to delete first. It's yeah, I much prefer like an auto delete thing, but it is what it is. And like I say, the vertical stuff is the one that intrigues me the most. And we've only got that one building there. The other ones will eventually move in. We'll have to check things like the different layers and such, which again could potentially be a sticking point for some people, having to very much look at these. Basically, these graphs is where you're looking at. You're looking either the graphs, and then you are looking at the layers, and it's almost incidental what the rest of this looks like. So, yeah, don't know. Could be taken either way on that one. Either way, if you like what you're seeing, then by all means check the link out in the description. You can have a look at the game. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it and seeing how it progresses on. I'm very much intrigued, as I said, by the verticality of it. So hopefully once Proms improves, I'll put a bit more time into it. And yeah, we'll see how things go. Hopefully they'll lean more into the sort of organisation stuff, because that I think is one of the most interesting. But there you are. If you like what you see, by all means, check the link out in the description. Either way, hope you have enjoyed it. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.